Hey Cancer, come sit with me for a moment because what I am about to share with you today is something that has been quietly forming in your energy field, and honestly, when I laid out these cards for you, I had to pause and really take it all in. This reading is about something so specific and so personal to your journey right now. We are talking about that hidden skill inside you, that thing you maybe have not fully recognized yet, or perhaps you have been downplaying, and how this is about to become your actual wealth code. Not just a side thing, not just a hobby, but the key to unlocking a completely different level of abundance in your life. The question we are diving into today is what hidden skill will become your wealth code in Cancer. I need you to understand that this is not about luck or chance. This is about something that has been cultivating inside you, maybe for years, and the universe is now ready to show you how this transforms into actual tangible prosperity. So let me pull these cards and walk you through what Spirit is revealing about your unique path to abundance. The first card I pulled for you is the Sun in Cancer. When this card came out, I actually felt this warmth spread through my chest because this is such a powerful confirmation. The Sun is about clarity, visibility, and things finally coming into the light after being hidden or dormant. What this tells me is that the hidden skill we are talking about, the one that is going to become your wealth code, it is something that brings you genuine joy. This is not some skill you are forcing yourself to develop because it looks good on paper or because someone told you it would be profitable. No, this is something that lights you up from the inside. The Sun card is showing me that when you tap into this skill, when you really allow yourself to express it fully, you radiate a completely different energy. People feel it. They are drawn to it. And here is what is so beautiful about the Sun in this position. It is telling me that this skill is connected to your authenticity. It is connected to you being unapologetically yourself. There is something about the way you do this thing, whatever it is, that cannot be replicated because it comes from your unique essence, your unique way of seeing the world. I am also seeing that the Sun represents a period of recognition coming for you. You know how sometimes you can be really good at something, but it feels like nobody really sees it or understands the value? That phase is ending. The Sun is about things becoming obvious, becoming visible to the right people. So this hidden skill, it is about to have its moment in the spotlight. The universe is literally shining a light on your gifts, and the people who need what you offer, they are going to start noticing. They are going to start reaching out. What I find really interesting is that the Sun also speaks to childlike wonder and creativity. This makes me think that your wealth code might be connected to something you loved doing as a child, something that brought you pure joy before the world told you what you should or should not be doing with your time. Or it could be that the way you approach this skill has a freshness to it, an originality that comes from not being overly trained or conditioned by traditional systems. You bring something new to the table, something that feels alive and vibrant. The energy of the Sun is also about confidence. As you step more fully into this skill, as you own it and share it with the world, you are going to notice your confidence grows exponentially. And that confidence, Cancer, that is part of the wealth code too. Because when you believe in what you offer, when you know your value, you price yourself differently, you show up differently, you attract different opportunities. The Sun is basically saying, stop hiding this light. Stop playing small with this gift, because the world is ready for what you have, and abundance flows when you shine. Now the second card is Nine of Wands, and oh Cancer, this is so significant. Nine of Wands is about resilience, persistence, and standing your ground even when things have been challenging. This tells me that the path to turning this hidden skill into your wealth code has not been easy. You have faced obstacles. Maybe you tried to make something happen with this skill before, and it did not work out the way you hoped. Maybe people dismissed it or did not see the value. Maybe you faced rejection or criticism that made you want to give up. But here is what Nine of Wands is really showing me. Every single challenge you faced, every setback, every moment where you had to push through doubt, it was building something inside you. It was strengthening your skill, yes, but more importantly, it was strengthening your character. It was teaching you endurance. It was showing you that you do not give up easily. And that quality, that persistence, that is a huge part of why this skill is about to become your wealth code now. See, Nine of Wands tells me you are on the verge of a breakthrough, but you have battle scars. You have been through it. And there might be a part of you that is exhausted, that is wondering if you should just let this dream go and focus on something more practical or secure. But Cancer, I need you to hear this clearly. You are so close. Nine of Wands appears when you are literally one step away from success, but you are tired and you cannot quite see the finish line yet. The universe is asking you to hold on just a little longer, to keep protecting this vision, to keep nurturing this skill even when it feels hard. What I love about Nine of Wands in this reading is that it shows me you have depth. You are not someone who just dabbles in things. When you commit to developing a skill, you go deep. You practice, you refine, you learn from your mistakes. And all of that depth, all of that experience, it makes you incredibly valuable. People who are drawn to your skill are not going to be looking for someone who is just starting out or who has surface-level knowledge. They are going to want someone who has been through it, someone who understands the nuances, someone who can guide them because you have walked the path yourself. Nine of Wands is also showing me that you might need to set better boundaries as this skill starts to generate wealth. There is a tendency with this card for people to overextend themselves, to say yes to everything because they are so grateful for opportunities. But Cancer, your energy is precious. Your time is precious. As this wealth code activates, you are going to need to be strategic about where you invest your energy. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. Nine of Wands reminds you to protect your peace and your process even as things start to take off. The third card is Queen of Cups in Cancer. I almost wanted to cry when I saw this card because it confirms something I was already sensing about you. Your wealth code, this hidden skill that is going to transform your financial reality, it is deeply connected to your emotional intelligence. It is connected to your ability to feel, to empathize, to nurture, to create safe spaces for people. Queen of Cups is one of the most intuitive cards in the entire deck, and she appears here to tell you that your sensitivity, the thing that maybe you have been told is too much or too intense, that is actually your superpower. Queen of Cups suggests that your hidden skill involves working with people on an emotional or spiritual level. This could be coaching, counseling, healing work, creative expression that touches people's hearts, creating content that helps people process their feelings, teaching in a way that is compassionate and understanding. Whatever form it takes, the core of your wealth code is your ability to hold space for human emotion and to help people navigate their inner worlds. What is so beautiful about Queen of Cups is that she does not just feel everything. She has learned to work with those feelings. She has mastered her emotional realm. She understands the language of the heart. And that mastery, Cancer, that is what people will pay for. Because in a world that often tells us to suppress our emotions, to toughen up, to push through without processing, someone who can guide others back to their hearts, back to their intuition, back to their authentic feelings, that person becomes invaluable. I am also seeing that Queen of Cups indicates your wealth code might involve some form of creative or artistic expression. Not necessarily art in the traditional sense, but creativity that flows from your emotional depth. Maybe you write in a way that makes people feel seen. Maybe you create music or visual art that touches something tender inside people. Maybe you design spaces or experiences that feel nurturing and safe. Whatever it is, there is an element of beauty and emotional resonance that makes what you do special. Queen of Cups is also telling me that you need to trust your intuition as you develop this wealth code. Your gut feelings about opportunities, about people, about directions to take, those feelings are accurate. You have an internal guidance system that is incredibly sophisticated, and the more you honor it, the faster you will align with the abundance that is meant for you. Do not let logic or other people's opinions override what you know to be true in your heart. There is also something here about self-care and emotional sustainability. Queen of Cups reminds you that you cannot pour from an empty cup. As you step into this work, as you use your gifts to help or serve others, you must prioritize your own emotional well-being. Your wealth code depends on you staying connected to your own heart, staying clear in your own energy. Make time for the things that refill you, that bring you back to center, that remind you of your own worth and magic. Moving to the fourth card, we have the Chariot in Cancer. This is where things get really exciting because the Chariot is about movement, determination, and victory. After all the preparation, after all the challenges, after all the emotional depth we have been talking about, the Chariot shows up to say it is time to move forward. This is the card of taking action, of harnessing all your different energies and directing them toward a clear goal. What the Chariot tells me is that there is a moment coming, very soon, where you are going to feel this surge of motivation and clarity around your wealth code. It is like everything suddenly clicks into place and you know what you need to do. You know the steps to take. You know how to package your skill in a way that attracts abundance. And more importantly, you have the willpower to actually do it. The Chariot does not mess around. This card is about commitment and follow through. I am seeing that the Chariot indicates you might need to take charge of your own path here rather than waiting for someone else to discover you or offer you an opportunity. This is about driving your own success. Maybe that means starting your own business or side project. Maybe it means being bold about promoting your skills. Maybe it means saying no to situations that do not align with your value and yes to opportunities that feel right, even if they are a little scary. The Chariot asks you to be the one in control of where this is going. There is also something here about balancing different aspects of your life and your skill set. The Chariot traditionally shows someone controlling 2 horses or 2 forces, and this suggests you might be combining multiple skills or interests into one unique offering. Like maybe you are a Cancer who is great at both financial planning and emotional support, so you create a wealth coaching practice that addresses both the practical and the emotional aspects of money. Or maybe you combine your artistic talent with your business savvy. The point is, you are learning to integrate different parts of yourself into a cohesive path forward. The Chariot is also about courage. There is an element of risk involved in fully stepping into your wealth code, in claiming your value, in putting yourself out there in a bigger way. But Cancer, this card is telling you that you have the courage. You have overcome obstacles before. You have proven your resilience. Now it is time to trust in your abilities and go for it. The universe has your back and success is available to you when you take decisive action. The 5th card is Knight of Swords, and honestly, when I pulled this card, I felt this rush of energy. Because Knight of Swords is fast. This is telling me that once things start moving with your wealth code, they are going to move quickly. Like you might be surprised at how rapidly opportunities start showing up, how fast things progress once you commit to this path. Knight of Swords is the card of swift action and clear communication. This makes me think that your hidden skill might involve communication in some way. Maybe you are an incredible writer or speaker. Maybe you have a gift for explaining complex ideas in simple terms. Maybe you are great at cutting through confusion and getting straight to the heart of matters. Whatever form it takes, there is a mental sharpness and clarity in your skill that people find refreshing and valuable. Knight of Swords suggests you might make your wealth through teaching, consulting, writing, coaching, or any field where clear, articulate expression is key. I am also seeing that Knight of Swords can indicate the need to be bold and direct about what you want. This is not the time to be wishy-washy or to downplay your abilities. When opportunities come, you need to be ready to advocate for yourself, to state your value clearly, to negotiate confidently. Knight of Swords does not apologize for his ambitions, and neither should you. There is a time for gentleness and a time for assertiveness. And in the realm of turning your skill into wealth, assertiveness is what is called for now. The energy of Knight of Swords also suggests that you might need to make some quick decisions soon. Opportunities might appear suddenly, and you will need to trust your instincts and act fast. Do not get stuck in overthinking or analysis paralysis. You have done the preparation work. You have developed your skills. Now, when the moment comes, you need to be ready to say yes and dive in. Hesitation could mean missing out on something important. There is a warning with Knight of Swords, though, and I feel like I need to mention it. This card can sometimes indicate being so focused on the goal that you rush past important details, or you come across as too aggressive. So while I want you to be bold and decisive, also make sure you are not cutting corners or alienating people with impatience. The key is to combine the swift action of Knight of Swords with the emotional intelligence of Queen of Cups. Be fast, but also be considerate. Be ambitious, but also be authentic. The 6th card is 4 of Wands in Cancer. My heart just smiled when I saw this because 4 of Wands is a card of celebration, stability, and foundation. This tells me that as you activate this wealth code, as you start generating income from your hidden skill, it is going to create a sense of stability and security in your life that you have been craving. 4 of Wands is about building something solid, something you can rely on. What I love about 4 of Wands in this position is that it suggests your wealth code is not just about making quick money, it is about creating something sustainable. This is about building a foundation for long-term prosperity. Maybe you are creating multiple income streams from your skill. Maybe you are developing a reputation in your field that ensures ongoing opportunities. Maybe you are creating products or programs that generate passive income. Whatever form it takes, 4 of Wands says you are building something that lasts. 4 of Wands is also a card of community and collaboration. This makes me think that part of your wealth code involves working with others rather than alone. Maybe you join forces with someone whose skills complement yours. Maybe you create a program or business that serves a specific community. Maybe you build a network of colleagues who refer clients to each other. The point is, you are not in this alone. There are people who want to celebrate your success and support your growth. I am also seeing that Four of Wands indicates a period of happiness connected to your work. You know how sometimes people say you should not expect to love what you do for money. You should just find something that pays well and be grateful? Four of Wands is saying that is not your path. You are actually meant to find joy and fulfillment in how you generate wealth. Your work and your happiness are meant to be aligned. And when you find that alignment, when you wake up excited about what you get to do that day, that is when you know you have activated your true wealth code. There might also be a literal celebration coming for you. Like maybe you reach a financial milestone that is worth celebrating, or you receive recognition for your work, or you just feel this deep sense of gratitude and accomplishment for how far you have come. Four of Wands reminds you to acknowledge your progress, to appreciate the wins along the way, not just to keep pushing toward the next goal. Celebration is part of the wealth code too, because it affirms to the universe that you recognize and appreciate the abundance flowing to you. The seventh card is Six of Pentacles in Cancer. This card is perfect for reading about wealth codes because Six of Pentacles is literally about the flow of resources and abundance. This card shows someone who has resources and is sharing them, giving and receiving in a balanced way. What this tells me is that your wealth code is not just about you accumulating money. It is about circulation. It is about creating value that flows back and forth between you and others. Six of Pentacles suggests that your hidden skill might involve helping others with their resources or abundance in some way. Maybe you help people make money. Maybe you teach them to manage their finances better. Maybe you create products or services that help them save time or energy, which is a form of wealth. The point is, when you help others prosper or when you solve a problem for them, they naturally want to compensate you generously. Your wealth is tied to the value you create for others. I am also seeing that Six of Pentacles is about generosity, and this might be part of your wealth code in an unexpected way. Like maybe the more generous you are with your knowledge, with your time, with your gifts, the more abundance flows back to you. This does not mean giving everything away for free, but it does mean not operating from a scarcity mindset. When you give value freely in some contexts, when you share your gifts without constantly calculating what you will get in return, you create an energetic openness that allows even more to flow to you. Six of Pentacles also speaks to receiving. Cancer, sometimes I think you are so focused on giving and nurturing others that you have a hard time receiving. But this card is teaching you that receiving is just as important as giving. When someone wants to pay you well for your services, receive it. When someone wants to invest in you or support you, receive it. Do not deflect or downplay or feel guilty. You are worthy of abundance, and Six of Pentacles is showing you that the universe wants to give to you as much as you want to give to others. There is also a message here about finding the right clients or customers. People who value what you do and who are happy to pay you fairly. Not everyone will be your ideal client, and that is okay. Six of Pentacles is about finding the people who understand the worth of your skill and who are ready to exchange resources in a balanced way. Do not waste your energy trying to convince people who do not get it. Focus on attracting the ones who do. The eighth card is Ace of Swords in Cancer. I got chills when this came out because Ace of Swords is about breakthrough, clarity, and new beginnings on a mental level. This tells me that there is a moment coming where you have this flash of insight, this aha moment, about exactly how to turn your hidden skill into your wealth code. It is like the strategy suddenly becomes crystal clear. You see the path forward. You understand how all the pieces fit together. Ace of Swords is the card of truth and mental clarity. This suggests that your wealth code might be rooted in your ability to see truth, to cut through confusion, to offer clarity to others. Maybe you are the person who can look at a complicated situation and immediately see what is really going on. Maybe you help people get clear on their goals or their blocks. Maybe you simplify things that feel overwhelming. That ability to bring clarity, that is incredibly valuable, and people will pay well for it. I am also seeing that Ace of Swords represents a new idea or a fresh approach to your skill. Like maybe you have been doing something a certain way, and suddenly you realize there is a completely different angle you could take that would be more effective or more profitable. Or maybe you come up with an innovative concept that sets you apart in your field. Ace of Swords is about originality and intellectual breakthrough, so stay open to new ideas even if they seem unconventional at first. There is also something here about communication and writing. Ace of Swords is heavily linked to the power of words. This makes me think your wealth code could involve writing, speaking, teaching, or any form of sharing information and ideas. Maybe you start a blog or podcast that takes off. Maybe you write a book or create courses. Maybe you become known for your unique perspective on a topic. Whatever form it takes, there is power in your voice and in your ability to articulate concepts that help people understand themselves and their world better. Ace of Swords also speaks to cutting away what is no longer needed. As you step into your wealth code, you might need to let go of old beliefs about money, old stories about what you are capable of, old strategies that are not working anymore. This card gives you the mental strength and clarity to make those cuts cleanly, to release what is holding you back so you can move forward unencumbered. The 9th card is King of Wands and Cancer. Yes, this is such a powerful card for the end of this reading. King of Wands is about mastery, leadership, and entrepreneurial energy. This tells me that you are stepping into a position of authority in your field. You are not just someone who has a skill, you are becoming someone who is known for that skill. You are becoming a leader, a visionary, someone others look to for inspiration and guidance. King of Wands is the ultimate entrepreneur. He sees opportunities and he goes after them boldly. He is not afraid to take risks or to put himself out there. He believes in his vision and he has the charisma and confidence to make others believe in it too. Cancer, this card is telling you that you have these qualities within you even if you do not always feel like it. You have the fire, the passion, the drive to build something significant with your hidden skill. What I find really interesting is that King of Wands is about taking your creative passion and turning it into something sustainable and profitable. He is not just creating for the joy of it. Although that is part of it, he is creating with a strategic mind. He understands how to position himself, how to market his gifts, how to build a brand around what he does. This tells me that part of activating your wealth code is learning to think like an entrepreneur, to see yourself as the CEO of your own gifts. King of Wands also speaks to inspiration. Your energy, your passion, your vision, it is going to inspire others. And when you inspire people, they want to be around you, they want to work with you, they want to buy from you. Your enthusiasm is contagious and it becomes part of your wealth code because it draws opportunities and people to you magnetically. Do not underestimate the power of your genuine excitement about what you do. There is also a message here about courage and boldness. King of Wands does not play small. He does not apologize for his ambition. He goes after what he wants with confidence and determination. Cancer, as you step into your wealth code, you are being asked to channel this energy. Be bold about your goals. Be confident in your value. Do not wait for permission or validation from others. You are the authority. You are the expert. Own it. The final card is Page of Wands, and I love that we are ending on this note because Page of Wands is about exploration, curiosity, and the beginning of a creative adventure. Even though you have all this mastery building with King of Wands, Page of Wands reminds you to stay curious, to keep learning, to remain open to new possibilities. Your wealth code is not a static thing. It is something that will evolve and grow as you do. Page of Wands brings messages and news, often about creative or entrepreneurial ventures. This tells me that you are about to receive some information or opportunity that gets you really excited about your path forward. Maybe someone reaches out with a collaboration idea. Maybe you discover a new platform or avenue for sharing your skills. Maybe you hear about someone else's success in a related field, and it sparks ideas for you. Stay alert to these messages because they are breadcrumbs leading you toward your wealth code. I am also seeing that Page of Wands encourages you to experiment and try new things. You do not have to have everything figured out perfectly before you start. In fact, some of the best discoveries about your wealth code will come through trial and error, through trying something and seeing what happens. Page of Wands gives you permission to be a beginner in some aspects, to play and explore without the pressure of having to be perfect or to know exactly how everything will unfold. There is a youthful, enthusiastic energy with Page of Wands that I want you to carry forward. Even as you step into more mastery and authority, keep that sense of wonder about what is possible. Keep that excitement about learning and growing. Keep that willingness to take creative risks. Because that energy, that childlike enthusiasm for what you love, that is magnetic. That is attractive. That is part of what makes people want to be in your world and support what you are building. Page of Wands is also about messages and communication, which ties back to several other cards in this reading. I really feel like a big part of your wealth code is about sharing your voice, your ideas, your insights with the world. The more you communicate, the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities will come to you. Do not hide your light. Do not keep your gifts to yourself. The world needs what you have, and Page of Wands is encouraging you to start sharing it now. So Cancer, let me bring all of this together for you. Your hidden skill that is becoming your wealth code, it is something that brings you genuine joy and allows you to shine authentically. It is something you have persisted with despite challenges, and you are on the verge of breakthrough. It involves your emotional intelligence and intuitive gifts, your ability to hold space for others and guide them through their feelings or their journeys. It requires you to take charge and drive your own success with courage and determination. It involves clear communication and bold self-advocacy. It is building something stable and sustainable that you can celebrate. It creates a beautiful flow of giving and receiving. It comes from a place of mental clarity and truth. It positions you as a leader and visionary in your field. And it invites you to stay curious and keep exploring as you grow. Cancer, I hope this reading has given you some clarity and excitement about what is possible for you. Your wealth code is activating. The universe is supporting you. All the pieces are coming together. Trust yourself, trust your gifts, and trust that abundance is your birthright. You are so much closer than you think.